Good evening, high school football fans everywhere, and welcome to your CVC TV Game of the Week right here on ChagrinValleyConference.com and the Chagrin Valley Conference Athletics YouTube channel. I am Kevin Arnold, joined by Ron Crowley here this evening. We are presented by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery, and as the Independence High School Marching Band plays the Independence alma mater, we are here in Independence, Ohio at Stan Skosian Stadium on Alumni Field as the crowd starts to usher in and we get set for this rivalry matchup. We start conference play right here in the CVC Metro Division. Independence hosting their rival, the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves, this evening. Ron, pleasure to have you alongside. We are looking forward to a great matchup, a great rivalry here tonight.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I'm definitely excited about this one. I can't believe my first game on there is a rivalry game. The fans will be going at it, man, all game before I even got here to set up. So I'm definitely stoked for this one.
So band plays off the field as we get set to get the intros going on. They will be down off to our right as going across your screen, however you are watching us here this evening, or maybe just listening in. They'll be going left to right, and we are looking down to our right where everyone is entering Alumni Field. They have a nice blow-up entrance for the players to come through, so as they get announced, they will be coming through here in just a little bit. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of this one, and Ron, two teams on different tracks to start the season, but it is, you can still consider early, as quick as a high school season may go.
Yeah.
Heights comes in at 3-0, Independence 1-2, but different storylines for Heights and Independence as well.
Yeah, I think it hurts more for Heights running this one because they lost the one last year. And even it's senior night, so all the seniors that have been promoted, everything that they come out on the field said their biggest achievement was beating Heights last year. So I think Heights got a little chip on their shoulder coming in. They're 3-0. They got an explosive offense coming in here, and I think they're ready to shut these fans up once and for all.
Yeah, Heights does come in looking for some revenge as Independence went into Cuyahoga Heights territory last year, just 4 miles down the road. So you know these kids know each other well. But the rivalry last year, 30-28. We had it right here on CVC TV. It was an epic battle all the way down to the end. And you got the student section coming in with the Beat Heights shirts on.
You cannot let the student section down. That's rule number one in high school football.
So there's a lot riding on this one. And Independence having this one at home. It's senior night. All the senior parents and family members and friends are here. And as you look across the field to Cuyahoga Heights, look at that student section, Ron, and look at those stands already filling up as well. So you know this one is going to be good. And so let's take a look at both of these teams. So Cuyahoga Heights, like we said, coming in 3-0. They've beat Berkshire 17-6, Brookside 35-0, and then Fairport 31-8. So 3 straight wins to start the season, plus the last 2 haven't really been contests. They've been able to take care of business early and haven't let off the gas. What needs to be their mindset coming into this one
They
tonight?
can't let that intensity die off, man. They got to come around with the same offensive intensity they come in. They've been putting up points like they're the Kansas City Chiefs, man. So I think they're going to come out here. They're going to try to be aggressive early. But I think the Blue Devils, no matter being 1-2, they could be 0-3, man. I think they still got a chance for this one. Rivalry game once, going to go down swinging.
And you know it's a rivalry game when your opponent is able to bring their large, tall signs for the players to run through to start this one off. That's what you usually see with these home teams. They aren't able to bring down the road. These teams are close in proximity, and it's a rivalry game, so both want to send a message early in this one. Ron, just about set for Independence to come through their tunnel as well, but as we look out here, Independence 1-2, the last 2 weeks for Independence, interesting. We talked about this in the pregame hit on social media that you guys can find at Kevin and 7 on Twitter and
Ron Diff on Twitter also.
Yeah, at Ron Diff and at CVC_athletics. The announcement blares over the speakers, and here come the Blue Devils. They got the American flag. They got the gold eye inside the blue flag as well, getting their crowd on their feet. And like we said, 1-2, but the last 2 weeks, they've had to reset things very quickly in the week. They've had their last 2 games canceled that were supposed to happen. And last week you played a Division 4 team from a Division 6.
Right.
Niles McKinley, 35-22, they lost. but they've had to go on short weeks. Now you get your rival on a full week of prep. They have had to have been excited all week for that.
Hopefully the momentum carries with them, man. I know sitting that long could just like get you kind of cold and frigid, but I think this was going to be the one to amp them up, especially with all the trash talk that is going on off the field.
So about a minute away from kickoff here. Stan Scozen Stadium up in the press box above Alumni Field. We are packed in here this evening. We got the Cuyahoga Heights assistant coaches to our left. We got the PA announcers right in front of us. Independence and their assistant coaches down to our right. It is a packed stadium. It is a packed press box. It is an excited stadium here tonight. Ron, you are going to get one heck of a taste on your first action here with CVC TV. Welcome, by the way, if I didn't do that already.
I couldn't have it any more better. I couldn't have it any more better as we get ready for kickoff here. I am just super excited to go to the top off with this one, man. Hopefully that gives us the game that we get, not a shutout, and I think the Blue Devils defense is going to step up this day.
So for those just joining us, we did say that the game starts at 7. We're about maybe a minute and a half ahead of schedule. They can't wait. They just want to get this thing rolling here tonight.
They're not the only ones, Kevin, man. They're not the only ones.
Not the only ones. So those just tuning in, I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Ron Crowley. We will be on the call here tonight for CVC TV. Cuyahoga Heights traveling to take on their rival here in the opening game of CVC Metro Division play, taking on Independence, the Blue Devils. And they will receive, as Heights will get this one kicked off at the 40-yard line, off to our right. Just waiting the official signal. A whistle blows from the referee, and we are underway,
folks.
Pooch kick down to hits about the 1-yard line, goes into the end zone for a touchback. No return, so Independence will come out starting on offense in this one. They will start at their 25-yard line. Ron, what is that message in this final offensive huddle? They've been talking all game. You went through your pregame warm-ups. What's that final message?
Man, playing the offense just like they're coming off of. They got to start strong and they got to start fast, man. I think their rivals already know they're very, very explosive offensively, so the Blue Devils need to get here, at least get some momentum going on this first offensive drive.
Starting at quarterback for Independence, it is Dominic Narduzzi, the sophomore quarterback. Will also play linebacker. You'll see these guys play on both sides of the ball and make an impact. And it is Narduzzi faking the handoff, taking it himself out to the 25-yard line. So, excuse me, they started at the 20-yard line. They will a 5-yard run, and that's kind of what you want to see there, Ron, to start things off, stay ahead of the chains.
Yes, sir. Get a couple momentum, good, nice 3 to 4 yard run, good yard run to get into there. Keep a momentum going on offense, man. I think they're for a sophomore, man. The kids look like a senior easily.
So Narduzzi will spread them out. 3 here to the near side, 2 to the far, looking to pass.
And it's
out to the outside and almost picked off. In and out of the hands of Seth Cusia, who we've seen make plays and interceptions like that.
Oh, man.
He had pick 6 on his mind.
He almost had it there on that one, man. Couldn't keep the footing up and fell with the ball. Couldn't make the catch.
11:22 to go. The clock stops. It's a 3rd and 5 now for Independence from their own 25-yard line. First possession of the game, no score. Now Independence will bring the formation in. Motion Luke Pasquarella across. He'll get the handoff. He's got some space.
Get some space.
He's across midfield.
There. Can he get it?
One man to beat, chasing him down inside the 30, down across the 20, inside the 20, at the 17-yard line of Cuyahoga Heights.
That may just be the momentum they need. That might just be the momentum they need to get it going on the play. And a nice yard run.
55-yard run from Luke Pasquarella. And Independence does want to get their run game going a little bit. It needed a jump start, and Pasquarella provided it. So Independence first down and 10. They will actually mark it at the 20-yard line. So knee going down from Pasquarella at the Cuyahoga Heights 20-yard line. In the red zone are the Blue Devils. Narduzzi in the shotgun. Fake the handoff. He'll keep it. And brought down by Seth Cusia on the play. No gain, maybe a loss of a half a yard. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you, the Seth kid is everywhere already.
Clock moves, 10:33 to go, no score, but Independence driving on the first possession of the game. Luke Pascarella, the big 55-yard run to set up Independence just outside of the red zone, but now a 2nd down and 10 from the Heights 20-yard line. Whistles blow, and it looks like we will get our first timeout of the game. It'll be Independence's first of the half. They will be left with 2 for the rest of this 10-17 in the first quarter and the 12 minutes in the second quarter to talk things over. You knew it was a rivalry. Fireworks already off the start, Ron.
Yeah, especially with that big run, man. I think he wanted a timeout right there just to give his O-line a breather, man. They ran all the way down for that 55-yard run, man. They want to capitalize the momentum in the red zone to get them in the 6.
So timeout Independence. Both teams, offensive unit for Independence here on the near side. Heights defensive unit getting their final instructions. One, to stand tall, maybe force a field goal or a decision of that 4-down territory, because when you're in high school, you're kind of in that, sometimes you're in that no man's land depending on the trust you have in your kicking game.
Yeah, man, never knew any 5-star kickers in my day coming up in high school either, man. So you either go for the 2 or go for the long haul.
Narduzzi will be in the shotgun all by himself. Motion. Pascarella again coming across. He'll get the handoff. About 5 yards down to the 15. Stays inbounds. 3rd down and 5. 10:06 to go. No score.
We may see the Blue Devils try their 2nd pass attempt on this drive. Here on 3rd down.
Narduzzi comes in with 2 passing touchdowns on the season. And now slowing things down. Some of the guys up here in the press box looking for the team to kind of go a little bit quicker with the momentum. Timeout kind of stymied a little bit of that momentum, Ron, but they are back out ready to go.
Maybe gave their opponent the breather they needed. They were back with the option. They're eventually going to have to put the ball in the air, Kevin, man. I think they're ready for the run now.
Yeah, they've seen that one on film. Narduzzi just taking it himself and nowhere to go. A loss of 2 back to the 17 of Cuyahoga Heights. So it'll be a 4th down and 7. 9:12 to go. First real big decision we will see in this one, but probably not the last.
I don't believe so, especially with that run like that. I think they have to go for it here, man, to keep them honest. Keep the momentum going on your side.
Narduzzi and his offense looking over at Coach Rick Adams for the decision. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out here. Narduzzi will be in the shotgun by himself, but kind of in that wing is Pascarella. This time Corrigan will be sent in motion as the lead blocker. Now he's looking to throw in the end zone. Jump ball in and out of the hands.
It seemed like he had the tight end open for the 1st down right there, Kevin. I don't know why he went for the end zone on that one.
Going for it all instead of the 1st down. And Jacob Stewart getting his hand in there, not causing any sort of contact. 4th down and 7. Independence goes for it. The gamble does not pay off. Cuyahoga Heights will take over, but deep in their own territory at their own 17 with 8:35 to go, and no score still here in the first quarter of this CVC Metro Division matchup.
That was great defense by Cuyahoga Heights right there in the red zone. After giving up the huge run, they're back into it now on offense with 1st down.
1st and 10 for the Red Wolves, as they are now known. Under center, quarterback Devin Disick. Hands off. Rory Corrigan on the tackle. Andy Jacob Zach was the ball carrier there. A lot of scrum in there. As we're kind of working with the announcers here at the game too, Ron, to kind of get through as we're looking through these windows up here. Another run. Jake Uzak again on the carry. Another short gain, and right now they're just trying to churn out the yards are the Red Wolves.
It seems like the first round of the boxing match, man. These guys are just jabbing at it, not throwing anything extravagant at each other. But I think here come the Heights when you need them coming, man. Their offense has been exploding these past few weeks.
3rd down and 2 at their own 25. 7:25 and a ticking first quarter clock.
Blue Devils come out to cover 1.
Disick at quarterback under center. Fakes the
First
handoff,
pass
has the
game.
man
Oh, he
open
has
and
him.
over his head. He was trying to hit Francis Connors up the near sideline and over. You always hear every announcer kind of talk about it. You'll probably hear it this weekend in college football, the NFL. That first play, that first pass, you got the adrenaline running. You got a rivalry game going on. Get those jitters out, but you would like to see that one completed.
Yeah, that one, he was too wide open on that one. I mean, I'd like to see the quarterback get his feet settled. He kind of rushed it there, threw it over his head. He could have got him with a line drive pass. Let's see if they come back to him after the punt.
So Devin Disick, the quarterback now. Hunter back in punt formation. And he will just pooch it from about his own 20-yard line. Hits at the 47.
32-yard line.
33-yard punt as the referee marks it off out of bounds at the Independence 40-yard line. They will take over. So Independence goes for it on 4th down. They get that big run by Pascarella. They get the 3 and out. Now offense feels a little that energy still. You want to get them out as quick as possible.
Yeah, I feel like they have to put more trust in the sophomore QB and let them wing it a couple times. The run game is going to pick up. I'd like to see them run back to that play action waddle again. Try to hit the tight end over the top.
7:06 left here in the first quarter in Independence, Ohio. We're in the press box here at Stan Scotian Stadium. Looking over the top of Alumni Field.
Beautiful field. Beautiful.
Beautiful field. The band has packed in one whole section of the stands, and then everybody else is either up along the fence trying to find that standing room or finding that last bit of space here in the bleachers.
I think Heights is not having the run anymore after that big run, man.
Independence going backwards right now on these run plays. Got a little success on that Pascarella run on the first drive, but since not much space to work with that defensive front from Heights. That's why they've been in control of games and stayed in control the last 2 weeks.
Absolutely. They're stacking the box, man. They're having no problem getting back there in that field. Let's see if Blue Devils get it going on offense, man. Complete a pass on the possession.
2nd and 12 for Independence. Narduzzi with a spread formation, 5 wide receivers. Has his man a short gain over the 40-yard line, gets some of that lost yardage back and a couple extra, making this a 3rd down and 7 out at their own 43.
Maybe that's all he needed, a short completion, get his feet under himself, get some confidence building. Let's see if he can get back and get the first down in this game. First pass and first down, should I say.
Some quarterbacks need that. They need to see the ball secured by one of their wide receivers, just like a shooter needs to see the ball go through the net.
All I need is one, man. All I need is one.
And once it goes, then you can start getting in that rhythm. But now a 3rd down and long. You're still kind of in that neutral zone. You're just inside your own or midfield. Narduzzi will roll to the right, has a man open, and there's a first down. Needs to stay on the first down line. Forward progress will get him to midfield.
He's looking very comfortable now, man. They run the play action waddle back to the other side this time. Completed pass for first down. I like what the sophomore is doing, man. He made a doozy in the beginning of the first half. Now he's turning it around.
Narduzzi will hand off this time to Rory Corrigan, who's been being used more so on the, as we were kind of prepping for this game, and now we have guys waving medical staff over.
Is that number 55?
That is Caleb Mahoney, a senior defensive tackle.
You hate to see a guy go down, especially as seniors, man.
But what we talk about every time here, Ron, is the advantage that we have here in Northeast Ohio with the world-renowned medical staff, and then supply the training staffs for these high schools. And rivalry put aside, both athletic trainers for both schools out to attend to Mahoney, and we wish all the best for him. But when you see your teammates all waving over to the medical staff, you know you need to get that attention out there as quickly as possible, or at least get everyone away. Some of these kids, we don't speculate on any injuries.
Looks like he's in deep agony, man.
Yeah.
I hope the guy's okay.
We help the Cuyahoga Heights assistant coaching staff up here providing pronunciations. So apologies for quarterback for Cuyahoga Heights, Devin Diezik, is how you want to make sure we represent these student athletes as best as we can.
Absolutely.
And we're still sending our best to Caleb Mahoney, who is going to be helped up by 2 teammates. Not what you want to see, but all you can do is hope. Send as many positive vibes and well wishes as you can to Caleb for a quick recovery, as he'll be checked out more closely on the sideline. Clock is stopped. 5:20 to go.
Competitive first quarter. Pretty good much defensively, not that many much yards going, but I'm excited to see what they're coming out with this next drive.
It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Independence coming out of this timeout. Ball spotted right at midfield. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 7, and like we said, you get that one completion.
Came right back with another one, man, for the first down.
Came right back, and good move on the wide receiver on that play, too, to know exactly where the sticks were, come back to your quarterback. You just want to see him kind of get down. As long as you get it, don't start going back south. Narduzzi looking downfield, jukes a couple players, flag down on the field in the backfield.
Coming back.
Narduzzi gets down inside Heights territory at the 46. Initial signal looks like a hold on Independence, and it is. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. So instead of a 3rd down and 6, it'll be a 2nd down and 20.
Right when they get a play, man, he's back up.
And it looked like Narduzzi, Ron, was already by the play, so he didn't need the hold there.
Exactly.
But now it'll bring it back. Narduzzi was able to create the space himself. Offensive line, holding is the call. So 2nd down and 20 at their own 40-yard line. Now you got to look for a couple more of those plays like we just saw on 3rd and 7.
Exactly. Hopefully Narduzzi get us quick slant here, quick route, pick up a couple yards, and come right back for the 3rd down conversion.
Narduzzi looking.
The Heights
man in his
blitz
face,
is
and that will be
pressure.
a sack for Cuyahoga Heights.
I'm pretty
Dominic Narduzzi goes down in the backfield, dropped by Angelo Rocco, who already came in with 2 sacks. That'll be his 3rd on the season.
Heights pressure's been getting to the ball carrier all day, folks, all day. Even with the senior going on, I'm pretty sure he's ecstatic to see his team get in the backfield.
As soon as Narduzzi tried to step up in that pocket, Heights was there, tried to move around, and waiting for him was Angelo Rocco to bring him down. So now a 3rd and 33.
Oh, a fumble, but
ball is on the ground. Independence able to recover, but it'll be a 4th and a mile for Independence. Probably see a punt team as they work their way onto the field. 3:50 to go in the first quarter, no score. A drive that started with some promise for Independence started to go backwards, and that defensive front got through on that offensive line.
Is exploding. They give it the one big run, they give it the 1st down, but other than that, they're impeccable right now. Let's hope we get the punt off. Punt almost blocked. Get it past. Seen right at the 50, 48.
So go out of bounds across midfield. Out at the 48. So Cuyahoga Heights will set up their 2nd possession, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Devin Diezik and the offense will come back out.
Let's see if they can get something going this drive, Kevin. He had a nice 1st down completion, overshot the man, but I think their offense is definitely going to trying to get clicking here. Probably evade to the running game more here.
And you see what the game plan is for Heights. It's those 2 quick runs on their 1st possession.
And they're trying to go over your head, man.
They went 3 and out, but they're trying to they're just trying to wear you down. They got that defensive front. They're controlling that line of scrimmage. Now the offensive line is going to try to control on their side as well. They're going to try to wear down the Blue Devils, because you know both sides have got guys going on both sides of the ball trying to wear them out. Who can win the chess match, per se? 44, Zach Zolads on the carry across midfield. Mark him at the Independence 46.
That's exactly how they drew it up. Get a 6-5-yard game, come open them up. Now they're predictable for the play action pass, or they go right back to the run for the easy first if they want to. Great play call by Highland Heights.
3 minutes to go here, first quarter. No score in Independence. Cuyahoga Heights, their second possession. The visitor, the rival, as they both teams here, Independence and Cuyahoga Heights, open conference play. Dzik under center. He'll hand off.
He's short. Great defense by the Blue Devils front.
Zolad's not going anywhere, maybe a half a yard, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now for the Red Wolves. Defensive front for Independence holding their own.
Yeah, man.
On their side of the ball.
Both defenses of both teams on the front 7 is definitely bringing their all to this game. You can tell this is a rival. They're head-hunted and they're hard-hitting right now. We've seen only 2 to 3 completed passes today, man. This is going to be a great game. Great defensive game already.
Dzik comes back into the huddle, has the play call from his coach, Al Martin. Longtime coach at Cuyahoga Heights. Tick under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dzik under center, looking to throw. And he's got a man open. Jacob Stewart down the far sideline, inside the 40, inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Independence. A 12-yard gain on a 3rd and 4. It'll be a 1st and 10.
I think that was the same play they ran down that he missed the first time, and he just flipped it to the other side and he completed it. Both quarterbacks are getting their feet set and are looking great now on passing.
1:40 to go. Clock continues to tick as they get the first down change set. Cuyahoga Heights, their first down of the game, comes here near the end of the first quarter. 1.5 minutes to go now. Heights looking to change that scoreboard from 0-0, possibly 6 or 7.
17.
Jacobzak on the carry, a couple yards.
This will be Heights' first game of the season that they don't score in the first quarter, man. I'm impressed with the Blue Devils defense.
3 yards on the carry down to the 31. Be a 2nd down and 7. Try to get at least one more play here in the first quarter. So like you said, Ron, if not scoring on this play, that's a win if you're on Independence sideline. If you're going quarter by quarter, that's
Absolutely.
a win on that side of the ball.
Absolutely. With this high-power offense, they've been scoring 30-plus points each game, so I'll take it as I come if I'm the Independence Blue Devils.
Dzik with Jacobzak right behind him. 3 receivers to the left. Lucia was in motion, but Jacobzak gets the carry across the 30. Another 3 or 4 yards. Bring up a 3rd and short.
I think they're baiting them with the motion. They're motioning each play, man. I think they're baiting them for the play action over the top pass again. You were absolutely right, Kevin, about the first 2 plays that I'm getting at the run attack, man.
Be a 3rd down and 3. I don't believe Heights will have to run another play. Dzik does get the call, but with 10 seconds now to go in the first quarter, clock continues to tick.
Trying to switch sides of the field, ladies and gentlemen.
Heights just looking over at the coach. They'll get the wave over to the sideline, and that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. A lot of fireworks, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard as of yet. Independence 0, Cuyahoga Heights 0, but Cuyahoga Heights on the drive, a 3rd down and 3 on the other side of this first quarter break. We'll step aside for just a minute, get things reset up here in the press box, and we'll be right back for the second quarter action. Welcome back inside Stan Scotia Stadium in Independence, Ohio. At Alumni Field, Kevin Arnold alongside Ron Crowley for your CVC TV Game of the Week, presented by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. After the first quarter, it is the visiting Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves 0, the Independence Blue Devils 0. After a 30-28 epic thriller last year between these two rivals, another one already brewing, and it'll be a 3rd down and 3 inside Independence territory for Heights. Devin Dezek, the quarterback for Heights, under center. He will give to Jake Uzak, who makes it to the 25-yard line, maybe 25.5-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down. Defensive fronts, defensive lines have been the story already in this one, Ron.
Folks, if you love defense, you came to the right place. You came to the right place. These guys do not like each other on the field, and you can obviously tell by the way their front sevens are getting after each other right now.
We saw Independence go for it on a 4th down and 7 in the first quarter. Kind of in the similar territory. Now 11:28 left in the second quarter. Cuyahoga Heights, a 4th down and 2 at the Independence 26-yard line. We'll leave the offense out. 3 receivers to the far side. Jacobzak in the backfield. Dezek fakes it. Has a man open. Going to the end zone, and he's got him. Touchdown Heights.
What a
26-yard touchdown strike from Devin Dezek to Jacob Stewart in the far left corner of the end zone. And Heights strikes first, 6-0, 11:09 to go here in the first half.
That was a beautiful pass by him in the deep left corner where the safety couldn't get to him. That was a beautiful pass.
Dezek had Anthony, his wide receiver, number 7, on the far side, open for a short gain. He decided to go for everything.
Yeah.
And like you said, just put it in the bucket, dropped it in the bucket for the touchdown.
I for sure thought he was going to go for the for sure play with the check down, but he took over the top. An impressive throw by the kid.
Extra point by Noah Wilson, up and good for Cuyahoga Heights, so make it 7-0 over the Independence Blue Devils. 11:09 to go in the second quarter, and the road team, Cuyahoga Heights, on their second possession. We said that they got held to 0 in the first quarter for the first time.
I think they hurt us, man.
They think they hurt us. It took less than a minute to break that scoreboard as we turn from the first to the second quarter. So Cuyahoga Heights takes the lead in our CVC TV Game of the Week right here on ChagrinValleyConference.com and the Chagrin Valley Conference Athletics YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kevin Arnold alongside Ron Crowley here this evening. We are presented to you by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Their doctors Keith Snyder, Don Lewis, Jill Weber, Jacqueline Tomsick specialize in dental surgery, implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, along with trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. That is www.ohsurgery.com. Thank you to the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for their support of the Chagrin Valley Conference, CVC TV, and all of the great student athletic action you see right here on CVC TV each and every single week. Noah Wilson kicking off for Heights after the 26-yard strike from Devin Dezek to Jacob Stewart. Far side of the field to take a 7-0 lead does the Red Wolves over the Blue Devils. 45-yard kickoff caught by Charlie Puklevic. Puklevic on the return. Looks like he's run out of bounds, Ron. Looking through some posts here up in the press box. Looks like the 35-yard line, that's where they will start their third possession.
Let's see if Independence can get settled in. Looks like the Heights came in, settled in. First drive back in the second quarter. I think the kids got under speed. Let's see if they can capitalize off that big run they had. Other than that, front seven, the Heights been lightweight getting back into the backfield to them every single snap.
The sun starts to set here in Independence. Lights coming on at Stan Scozen Stadium. Independence and their quarterback, Dominic Narduzzi. That one looked like it got deflected at the line of scrimmage. Was looking for Rory Corrigan. And it got deflected up and over. Corrigan wasn't able to reel that one in.
Nah, man, it seemed like it was too high, but I see the deflection at the line of scrimmage. Good defense.
And what they tell all defensive linemen.
Get your hands up, man.
Can't get to the quarterback.
Get them paws up.
Get those paws up. Knock it down. And they're able to do just enough to change the trajectory of that pass.
Heights defense is looking incredible right now on the front seven.
And your offense goes out there and scores.
Yeah, man.
That energy starts to rise.
I think they got the momentum on them.
Narduzzi.
Good pull.
Keep it himself. Tries to flick it out to Laurie Corrigan. Fake the handoff to one running back, and then coming along to the near sideline was Corrigan. Not able to get that pitch. Kind of going back to remember the Titans. That pitch was,
oh man,
it looks so easy, but it's not easy to make sure that you get that timing down to time it up with your running back coming from behind you.
They had to call the preacher on that one, just like they didn't remember the Titans, man. Sunshine couldn't get it done. They had to call the preacher on the backup, man. Let's hope he get it done. I'd like to see the sophomore get more passes into him instead of more of the option game. But let's see if Independence can get some motion going.
Narduzzi looking to pass.
Great pass.
Has a man open.
Oh, great defensive hit.
It looks like in and out of the hands, though. A great throw coming across at midfield. Good hit by Cusia and Stewart in defense in the backfield. And knocked it out of the hands. Looked like Narduzzi was going for Max Tarnowski, one of their captains, on the field. Got to reel that one in.
Yeah, great pass by Narduzzi. Just even better defensive play by Narduzzi.
So it'll be a 4th down and 10, 10:49 to go. Back in punt formation is Independence. And they'll fake the punt. He's got some space. Cross the 35, over the 40.
Oh, he may be a yard short.
Looking to get to the 45-yard line. And it will be a turnover on downs, just about 6 inches shy of the first down. A heck of a gutsy call by Coach Adams and the Blue Devils. But Heights does just enough to knock him out of bounds before he crossed the 45-yard line. And Heights takes over.
That was great effort, man, on the trick play right there. Just a yard short, man. Just a yard short.
They move the nose of the football up to the Independence 44-yard line, but where that official on the near side
was on it, yeah.
Where he had the spot, it was just shy. That foot was just off. You could see that little sliver of green turf between his foot and the white line of the 45-yard line.
That's a great tackle to make, because an inch of leverage could have gave him the first down there.
10:40 to go in the first half. Zolads on the carry.
Heights motion in the fullback game is getting at them every time. I think they're too busy watching the motion, man. They're getting hit over the top with it.
4-yard gain on 1st and 10. Will bring up a 2nd down and 6. Heights back to that grind it out type play, looking for the big play up over the top.
I think they're trying to definitely get in zone with this one. That may kill the momentum in the first half. Independence is probably telling their front seven right now to get it together, because that fullback drive is just killing them each and every time with the motion.
And Ron, you gotta imagine Coach Adams and his coaching staff is telling his players, you can't let your eyes get caught in the backfield, not get caught by the motion, but it's so difficult when a team executes so well against you.
Yeah, if they get that motion play off, it might be over.
The lads again down to the 37 of Independence. Be a few yards shy, about 3 yards shy of the first down. So it'll be a 3rd down and 3 after that 3-yard gain. So 3 yards here, 4 yards there.
That is the
kind of what they do on 1st and 2nd down.
That is the killer. That is definitely the momentum killer. No, you can't stop them on 1st and 2nd down. They get to do any other open up the playbook they do on 3rd down, especially 3rd and short. And we'll be saying that both teams going for 4th down, man. Maybe 4 downs even here. So 3rd down, they may take a shot.
3rd down and 3 at the Independence 37-yard line. Heights, Cuyahoga Heights, the Red Wolves with the ball. Devin Visick under center. The lads in the backfield, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 here near side, and it looks like we will get another timeout, and it'll be the first timeout for Cuyahoga Heights. They will be left with 2 for the final 9:06 here in the first half. They lead 7-0 over Independence. Quick moving first half.
Yeah.
But chess pieces being moved all over, and Heights got that big play that they needed on a crucial down, 4th and 2. And they convert for the touchdown. That's the difference right now.
Yeah.
Converting when taking the risk.
Yeah, Blue Devils need to find a way to stop that run on 1st and 2nd down with the motion with the fullbacks, man. They get that together, they may have to stop coming. Only a few passes have been completed this game, so I think it's all about stopping the run right now.
3rd down and 3 coming out of this timeout for the Red Wolves. Independence getting their final instructions, their defensive alignment. Already back out on the field.
I got a feeling the Red Wolves, man, they know they're trying to stop the run, so they may try to shoot over the top on this one. Watch for the play action, Blue Devils.
Third and 3. Same formation we kind of just saw going into the timeout. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Dizik with Garcia in motion.
Right over the top is what they
has
wanted.
Man again. Jacob Stewart was open again. Stewart has been open. Dizik just has not been able to connect consistently enough, but he converted when it mattered for the touchdown. So it'll be another 4th down decision here in plus territory for the Red Wolves. What do you think Al Martin wants to run right here?
I think he's going to go back to the fullback dive or the running back dive. They began 3-4 yards on it anyway, so I don't think it'll be that hard to get it. Stewart was making a great bang-bang play on the 4th down on the other possession on defense, came right back, was wide open there. The quarterback just couldn't hit him. He had 2 players open, 1 guy for the touchdown also. So Ice is kind of getting what they're wanting out there. The quarterback got to execute. Hopefully Blue Devils right here get the stop they need, the stop that they desperately need right now. But the momentum they take out of them.
The formation we really haven't seen out of Heights tonight. Spread formation, 2 receivers far side, 2 near side. Dizik in the shotgun all alone. Looking to throw, has his man Cusia. He needed to get to the 34-yard line, and he pushed the ball on final effort. Looked like he was stopped shy by a yard at the 35. And pushed the ball across to the 34, just broke the plane. And now, looks like they are going to measure.
I know that looked close, Kevin. That looked pretty close.
As we saw that play, Ron, it looked like Crucia kind of cut off his route before the sticks of the 34. That extra effort that we couldn't see as in front of Independence's sideline, right in front of us, may have gotten just enough. Now the officials bringing the chains out. Just by spotting of the eyebrows, we look across. It looked like he may have just enough by maybe a nose of the football, but we'll see as they measure. They had to reset the sticks too. So you don't know kind of on what side of the 34 that first down was supposed to be either.
It's the big call for the Blue Devils. I know it's only 2nd quarter, 1st half, but Red Wolves get back in possession to get an end zone this one, man. Might suck all the air out the room. Looks like. Wow, they call 1st down.
Independence is looking right over it as if they think it was a turnover on downs, but by maybe a whisker added on to the football. They get the 1st down, and Heights will continue their drive. So 2 4th down conversions for Heights.
It's bad for the Blue Devils, man. I know they needed that one. And if I'm the Blue Devils and I'm at home, that ball is short too. I'm saying there's no 1st down also. So I don't blame them.
Officials hearing it from the home crowd here on the near side, but it's so tough to tell from up here. They call it a 1st down. Now Heights can go back to that power run game they've been showing all game long. Dizik to Jacozak, pushing his way, maybe an extra yard down to the 31. Independence comes out with the football.
You can't do that. You can't do that. They may need you, kid.
Luke Pascarella, after the play, came out with the football and then some extracurriculars with Devin Dizik. You know their emotions are running high in a rivalry, but
they need you. They need you out there, though, man. You can't be doing plays like that to jeopardize your team.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct by both teams, so they almost like offsetting fouls or double technicals in a basketball game. Both guys kind of caught in the extracurriculars, but both Coach Martin and Coach Adams, they can't be happy because when you're in a rivalry like this, officials are looking to set the ball. Now there's confusion. Now Coach Martin wants an explanation across the field. Like I was saying, the mental side of the game, it's a game of inches.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your heads in it. You want the play to be determined on the field, but not by anything going on between plays. You don't want guys to be taken out of the game. You don't want those mental mistakes to be that 1 or 2 plays that cost you a rivalry game like this.
On each side, the teams are trying to push your buttons so you can do plays like that, get extra yards. They're already marching down the field right here, so let's see if they capitalize off all those emotions they're giving, man, and put it into the defense. They need to stop the run, I tell you that.
Duzick under center, 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Jake Kozak again, gets over the 30, inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
Small paper cuts, man. It's killing them right now.
It's a paper cut of 4 yards right there, 7:54 to go in the first half. You know, another 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 4 for the Heights offense.
Oh, he's also tiring that defense down, man. Short gains. See if Blue Devils could capitalize off this, man.
Duzick with Jake Kozak behind him. Under center, 2 receivers, far side of the field. Garcia tucked inside, he'll come in motion. Jake Kozak on the carry. And Duzick actually kept it. Good fake by Duzick. It's down close to the 20-yard line. At the 21-yard line, a gain of 7, needed 4, gets 7. And it'll be another 1st down and 10, knocking on the door of the red zone.
Yeah, man. I think this is where they're deadly at. They scored in the red zone last time. Hopefully they could settle down, stop the run, and watch for the play action, because it's definitely coming. We've seen 3-4 runs back-to-back, so you know they're coming with the play action eventually. And the cover 1 defense, I may have to switch. Cover 2, put some other DBs on the other side, because they're getting to the best of them right now with the gut.
As we tick under 7 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter, Cuyahoga Heights on top 7-0 with the ball and driving. Jake Kozak has got some space inside the 10, dragging defenders with him, gets inside the 10-yard line. A 12-yard gain down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal Heights at the Independence 9-yard line.
Red Wolves are perfecting that run game.
Just chipping away and looking to get those breakthroughs like we just saw from Jake Kozak. Space past that 1st line of defense from Independence. Now it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal Heights at the Independence 9-yard line. Zolads comes in now at running back.
Great
going
attack.
Nowhere, maybe a loss of a yard back to the 10 or no gain. Bring up a 2nd down and goal, much better penetration from that defensive front.
That's what they need right there. Maybe the O-Lions catch us right on the Blue Devils. They did not call it. Oh, is that what?
Referees were grabbing for their flags as receivers were trying to adjust, get in proper formation, and with the play already set, made Cuyahoga Heights think that the snap was coming. So a false start. So after a good couple of first plays there, you take that shot on 2nd down, you give yourself still an opportunity with a 3rd down and 7. Now you back yourself up to a 3rd and 12, 4:36 to go. And the 3rd and longs in your own territory, not where Independence has wanted to be. Pressure on Narduzzi, and that one gets knocked down as well. Noah Wilson on the pressure, forced a quick throw from Narduzzi, and then Duzick and looked like Angelo Rocco were on this side to knock that one down.
Yeah, with the offense already struggling, that last penalty hurt them right there. They made it from a 5-6 yard 1st down to a 10-yard 1st down right over again. So Blue Devils had to find some way going on offense, some way to get efficient yards, man, because right now it's looking pretty scarce. Front seven of Highland Heights is getting back there every time, getting the quarterback pressure. They had to scheme up a screen pass, run plays coming up the gut. And let's see, it's a better punt than last time.
Fair catch called for by Anthony Katuzis at his own 45-yard line off the punt. 34-yard punt from Jack Hornick. And Heights gets the ball right back, a quick 3-and-out. And that offense that is starting to hum that we've kind of seen. The reason why the score lines in Heights games for the first 3, the gap has been a lot wider. They felt comfortable in most of these, is exactly what we're seeing right now. Defense gets the offense right back and can continue to pound the rock, take advantage of those big plays when they're there.
Yeah, they got a few bumps in the first quarter. They got themselves together and came out scoring second quarter. Now, they're looking very warmed up now, man. The run game is impeccable right now.
Red Wolves.
And that's a great stop.
Handoff. Jake Uzak. Yard up to the 45. They had marked the fair catch back to the 44 of Heights. A yard up to their own 45. It'll be second down and 9 for 12 to go. Second quarter.
Blue Devils defense need to give their offense some hope right here with a huge stop before the half is over.
Heights 14, Independence 0. Heights with the ball, their own 45-yard line. Maybe 26-yard touchdown pass from Devin Diezik to Jacob Stewart, and a 3-yard touchdown run from Andy Jakuzak, the senior running back for Heights. 2 extra points by Noah Wilson gets us to our 14-0. It's another strong stand by the defensive front from Independence, though, looking to make a play at the end, try to get their offense back on the field. Another, maybe a gain of a half yard. It'll be third down and 9 as they put it up on the board. 3:27 left here in the first half.
Looks like the Blue Devils getting sick of that run. They're doing good. 2 back-to-back great stops that they needed. Obviously, get one more and hopefully force for the punt for the Red Wolves and see if the Blue Devils offense come back on here and get some points up before halftime is over.
Heights in no hurry. Both teams with 2 timeouts. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Heights in control, 14-0. And you said not in any sort of hurry, forcing Independence to decide they're going to take a timeout. And it looks like Cuyahoga Heights takes the timeout as the play clock running down. Al Martin taking as much time off that clock as he can and wants to think about this third down and long situation. We have not seen Heights in third down and long most of this evening.
Yeah, man, this is pretty shocking that he's calling the timeout right here. I think he's going to go back to play it smart, do the run play, force the Blue Devils to call another timeout, waste one so they have one left for their last drive. It'll be the smart thing to do if I was coach. Who knows, with the runs, how the Red Wolves been running right now, they may just get a first down on this run.
And Independence, again, defense needing to make a play. This is your next opportunity. There's going to be other opportunities in this game, but in order to get that offense out there, a little bit more of a chance to find some sort of rhythm.
This stop right here give your offense some momentum to come in.
The stop is going to be needed, but you know Coach Al Martin has got something schemed up. They've been showing this motion all night, and it has gotten those eyes caught in the backfield by Blue Devil defenders.
Even got my eyes caught, Kevin, not going to lie. I just know the run's coming even when the motion's there. So he definitely could rock him to sleep with one over the top. I doubt he used that trick just at the end of this quarter, but I know it's coming soon.
Trust me, Ron, I'm sure across the broadcast people are noticing a lot more from my side than your side. So as we kind of make sure we don't take up too much space here in the press box.
Right.
Diezik is going to look to throw.
And he has
this man. Connection, still on his feet, inside the 30, down close to the 25-yard line. A great throw, and nobody around him. Francis Connors almost got a pick on the last defensive possession. Now gets his hands on it as a wide receiver. Makes a big play, and a first down and 10 at the Independence 25.
Yeah, Kevin, you definitely caught it right there. Was shooting over the top. I thought they were going to play conservative, milk the clock, and go into halftime with it. They're definitely trying to put them away early.
2:34. Clock continues to move. Second quarter in Independence. Stands goes to the stadium. And on Alumni Field, the visiting Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves on top 14-0, looking for more. 1 timeout left. Diezik under center. Jakuzak on the carry. Not much there. Gain of a couple yards. Be a second down and 8.
They're back to their 1-2 punch again. The run up the middle. May see a run for the next side, and hopefully a doozy over there. Let's see if the Blue Devils can at least force a kickoff or a field goal on this one. and not a touchdown. A touchdown may be a gut punchy to them. Let's see if they can hold them to a field goal.
As you may have heard there from the PA announcement, took under 2 minutes, 1:48 to be exact. Still one timeout to go, plenty of time. In a good spot, Dzik will go into the shotgun. They'll spread things out again. Dzik has the snap, looking up over the top, has man open.
Was it short?
And waiting the signal, it is incomplete. Bounced off the turf. He had him on the crossing route and spiked it into the turf. Anthony Katuzis was wide open for his quarterback.
I know he's kicking himself on that one. He wants that one back right now. That was a beautiful route by the receiver. Just quarterback couldn't get it there in time. Had no pressure, man. I just think he threw it in the dirt on that one.
It looked like Dzik went through his reads,
yeah,
kind of came right to left and had exactly what he was wanting on that backside of the play. Just couldn't convert. See if they go back to something like that or back to the run game as they are showing here. 3rd down and 8. Blue Devil 23-yard line. 1:31 now left. Clock stopped. Jake Uzak will get the clock moving. He continues to move bodies out of his way and pushes down to the 16-yard line. Needs to get to the 15, maybe a yard shy of the first down.
It's a big play for the Blue Devils here. A big play. They need this stop right here to hold it, at least to go into halftime with some dignity, down 2 points, 2 touchdowns, I'm sorry. I think the Red Wolves are going back to the motion again on this one.
Minute to go. Clock continues to go. Independence not taking any of their last 2 timeouts. Heights knows they got 1 in their back pocket, but they also have that power eye punch behind their quarterback, Devin Dzik. They have Andy Jakuzak and Zach Zolads. And now Heights will take their final timeout. They will mull over this 4th down and 1 play decision. You have to think they're going to go for it with the power running game that they've already shown here in this first half.
True, this is a huge play for the Blue Devils right here. A huge play. I'm pretty sure coach are getting them amped up for this one, getting ready for what's going on. If I'm coach, I'm stacking the box on this one. Take the risk of the play action pass if you can, but I'm definitely stocking the box on this one. Interesting to see what the Red Wolves call here out of the timeout.
Both teams still talking over. Independence here on the near side. Cuyahoga Heights on the far side. Offense this time the first one out of their huddle. And you have to think 17, 44, or even 13 himself.
Yeah.
The quarterback is going to have it in their hands. Actually, they're going to come out and attempt a field goal.
Can he go 3 for 3 for here? His first field goal attempt.
Ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line, a 33-yard field goal attempt. And now with those 2 timeouts, Independence will talk it over and try to ice the kicker, as they say. Noah Wilson looking to add a field goal to his repertoire here this evening. He's been all over the field defensively. He's converted on his 2 extra points. Yeah. 42 seconds. Heights trying to at least take points here going into the locker room.
We've seen one fake on special teams already from the Blue Devils. I wouldn't be surprised to see another one right here. Maybe they fake the field goal and try to put them away because they're already up 2 touchdowns, or they just go for the conservative kick. Heights kicker looks pretty decent out there. I wouldn't be too skeptical to let it put the game in his hands, the half in his hands, should I say.
So while we do have a moment, both teams talking this one over again. Got to thank our sponsor here tonight, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. And, of course, our entire crew here tonight with CVC TV in conjunction with LPB Productions. Kevin Arnold, Ron Crowley up here in the booth. 42 seconds left in the first half of this rivalry matchup. Cuyahoga Heights looking to take it to their rival Independence on the road after losing a heartbreaker 30-28 last season. These 2 teams going at it every single year. Heights looking to take back control, and they will attempt a 33-yard field goal. Noah Wilson out of the hold of Devin Dzik. Ball up, end over end, and floats through the uprights. The 33-yard field goal is good by Noah Wilson, making the score Cuyahoga Heights 17, the Independence Blue Devils nothing. Cuyahoga Heights in control since the start of this quarter and have not let up at all.
This has been a big second quarter for the Red Wolves. They even got so much faith in their kicker to be kicking 33 yards. That's impressive. Blue Devils have to come out of that halftime prep, man, with some spunk in their system, man. Hopefully they get the turnaround. Right now, Highland Heights look well oiled and greased, man. They look like they're ready to keep going.
So Independence trying to find some answers. Probably can't get to the right now thinking we got to get to the locker room. We got to get to our adjustments. We had some success in that first quarter. Mental mistakes cost us going backwards on some drives. If we can just put one together, the rhythm has got to click.
Even though they didn't move the ball that efficiently in the first quarter, they still showed promise. And the second quarter is like they just lost it all. Flags, penalties have been killing themselves also. So Blue Devils need to come out of the locker room with a game plan idea for offense. Defense, they've been holding up as much as they can, but you put the defense on the field so many times, man, it's not that much they can do.
Noah Wilson after his 33-yard field goal to give the Red Wolves the 17-0 lead over the Blue Devils. Kicks off.
45-yard kick.
45-yard kick again to Puklevic. Still on his feet, getting to the far side. Gus gets tripped up over the 30-yard line. Puklevic, an exciting run. How many yards, but trying to set Independence up with a chance to take a couple shots and get themselves some points on the scoreboard before the end of the half. They do have one timeout with 29 seconds to go.
Better be careful here, though, Kevin. They turned the ball over, and you gave the ball right back to him. That kicker's been showing some promise. He hit a 33-yarder. They might get the ball back at the 40 and turn into something else, man. So Blue Devils, I will probably play it safe and just head into halftime with it.
Make sure to stay tuned during halftime. We will have the score up, but we'll also give you one of the few places that will make sure we show you the marching bands as well. Make sure we spotlight all of the student athletes and extracurricular activities being put on display here this evening. So make sure you stay tuned for the Cuyahoga Heights and Independence marching bands. Narduzzi looking to pass, near side, has a man open, just overshoots his target. He was looking for Evan Beecher. Does have a receiving touchdown and 2 passing touchdowns to his name this season. But Beecher not tall enough to climb the ladder. 23 seconds, second down and 10 at the Independence 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like the sophomore, man, just hasn't had a rhythm all game, really, throwing the ball. They had the big run, but other than that, he's looked pretty offset, completed 2 passes, man. I think his confidence is low. They might need to get into the locker room, give him a pep step, and find a different approach to offense, man.
Ball gets spotted on the far hash of the field. Narduzzi, shotgun. Waits the snap, he gets it. Looks to his left, looks right, has a man open.
Great
that time
pass.
A connection across the middle, over the midfield. Clock continues to tick. It'll stop momentarily in the field of play while the chains reset. 16 seconds, first down and 10 at midfield. Actually pushed the edge of the football into Heights territory at the 49. Quickly back to the line. 3 receivers here near side, 1 far side for Independence. Narduzzi back to pass again. Getting some pressure, and he'll go down. Devin Disick, his quarterback friend on the other side. Narduzzi not happy as he gets up, and the clock ticks to 000. That'll be the final play of the half. In this rivalry matchup, Cuyahoga Heights dominates the first half. They lead at Independence 17-0. Like we said, Ron Crowley and myself, Kevin Arnold, will be back for all your second half action. For now, stay tuned as we bring you first the Cuyahoga Heights Marching Band and then the performance from the Independence Marching Band as well here on senior night. It is 17-0 Cuyahoga Heights in Independence, Ohio on your CVC TV Game of the Week, presented by the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. We'll be back in just a little while.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Mr. Noah Hamer, with assistant director Grace Brown, drill team advisor Coach Kelsey Kovar, and professional instructor Todd World, we proudly present Cuyahoga Heights Mighty Marching Red Wolves. marching Red Wolves will have you dancing on the floor. Meanwhile, the Red Rubies will have you wanting more. So take it all in as we play Billy Idol's Rebel Yell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Independence High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band presents our second show of the 2022 season. We start with a 1938 composition by bassist Bob Haggard, created through improvisation when the band was late to rehearsal. Here is Big Noise in Winnetka. 1936 composition by Louis Prima, with color guard routine written by our senior Anna Zadolchek, entitled Sing, Sing, Sing. We close tonight with a trip to Agrabah as we feature our IHS color guard with a song from the 1933 movie Aladdin. Here is Never Had a Friend Like Me.
50-50.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Independence High School Marching Band. And at this time, we welcome to the field the IHS Cheer Squad to perform their halftime routine, Level Up.
Chubby waist, thick legs in shape, rump shaking both ways, make you do a double take. We're gonna make you lose control, let it go, but you know you're gonna hit the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone, to CVC TV's Game of the Week, presented by the Ohio Center for Orofacial and Implant Surgery. Kevin Arnold alongside Ron Crowley here in Independence, Ohio, at Stan Scozen Stadium, inside Alumni Field, as we are up in the press box, just about ready to start the second half. As Cuyahoga Heights, the visitors, Red Wolves have a 17-0 lead over their rivals here in the CVC Metro Division, and in Division 6 Region 21, they are up 17-0. Second quarter, Ron, completely dominated by the Red Wolves.
Yeah, man, that defensive front and the run game just basically took over. They did backyard football, man. Straight blue collar, just run it right down your throat, man. Just play hard-nosed defense. Blue Devils still had their answer since the first quarter. They had looked pretty decent in the first quarter with the big run, a couple missed targets in the first quarter, but second quarter, man, it looks like they look like their offensive line, defensive line just gave up on them, man. So hopefully the sophomore can turn it around. Looks like the Red Wolves get the ball here first, so let's see if the Blue Devils defense come out and just get a stop for their offense.
Yeah, a situation that the Red Wolves kind of want to be in to receive this second half kick.
100%.
Leading 17-0, and they want to get that run game going. They want that clock to tick, but also kind of put this one away as Independence will kick off, teeing the ball up. 40-yard line off to our left. It'll be Zach Kornick. Back deep for Heights. Looks like Jacob Stewart, who caught a 26-yard touchdown pass to get the scoring started at the beginning of the second quarter. But it'll be Anthony Catuzis on the return at the 10. He's got a seam across the 30, down the near sideline, over midfield, inside the 30, 20, 10, 5, just dragged down at the 2-yard line.
Great effort.
Anthony Catuzis.
Talking about stacking up the second half.
88-yard run back on the kickoff. We said it was the perfect scenario. They wanted to get their run game going. Anthony said, Coach, I want to go score. Perfectly blocked by the special teams unit. All three phases clicking for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, that was the Blue Devils' first kickoff, man. I know the special teams coach is kicking the ground right now, man, seeing that execution right there. Thought it was going to be a touchdown, but great hustle, great pursuit by the kicker on the last one to catch him right there at the 1-yard line. Let's see if they can hopefully get a stop here, man. But the way the run game's been looking, it seems like it's about to be a chip in.
First and goal off to our left at the Blue Devil 2-yard line.
17.
Looks like it is Jake Uzak. Andy Jake Uzak as a flag flies at the end. Some frustration boiling over that Coach Rick Adams of Independence does not want to see. But Jake Uzak with his second touchdown of the game, this one of 2 yards. Earlier it was 3, but it counts the same for 6. And 12 seconds in to the third quarter. It is 23-0. Cuyahoga Heights over Independence.
That is not how you want to start off coming out the locker room. What a gut punch. What a gut punch.
Didn't see the indication, but some extracurriculars in the end zone after that touchdown was scored by Jake Uzak. The official coming to make his call here. It's like unsportsmanlike conduct. We said extracurriculars on Independence, so early frustrations, 12 seconds in. Coach Rick Adams wants his guys to keep their heads in it. Now Noah Wilson will come in to attempt his third extra point of the game. There's 2 on the board, plus a 33-yard field goal. Out of the hold of his quarterback, Devin Diezik. Kick up, kick right down the middle, and it is good. Making the score 24-0. Heights takes the opening kickoff down to the 2-yard line. Andy Jakurzak does the rest of the work. And Heights gets that control that they were looking for. If they didn't have their foot on the gas pedal already, they do now.
Oh, man, I don't know if it's going to be on the gas pedal or the cruise control after this one, man. They might run the ball for the rest of the game, man. Hopefully the Blue Devils going to give some type of life to the home crowd and just get in the end zone with least in this quarter.
So Independence will receive this kickoff. 24-0. Red Wolves on top of the Blue Devils. Heights Kind of taking a page out of Michael Jordan's book from The Last Dance. They got beat last year, 30-28, and they took that personally.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. They were locked in since the beginning of the game. Like I said, the fans were going at it before the game. I feel like Heights didn't have that much to say, but they're proving it all on the field here tonight.
Now, unsportsmanlike conduct will have this kickoff taken from the 45-yard line on Independence's side of the field. Noah Wilson will tee it up here in just a moment, but we walked in tonight, Ron, and you saw the parents and the families all here for senior night, but you also saw the student section all painted in blue with T-shirts, everybody wearing T-shirts. It says, "Beat Heights, beat Heights." You love to see that kind of stuff in rivalries when it goes your way. Sometimes, if you bite off too much, you can chew. There's a pooch kick on the kickoff. He fielded, good hands on the far side across the 25.
Great catch.
Out to the 26. On the far side of the field.
Yeah, the student section, man, is looking pretty disappointed. I haven't heard them since the first quarter, man. So Blue Devils got to get their home crowd a reason to cheer and fight for them. Get back in this game and get some type of momentum going for themselves. Can't go out undefeated. Can't just not put any points up in the rival game, man. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, the only open spot you see on either side of the field in the stands is where the bands are taking their third quarter break after two great performances on the field. And we always love to bring those performances to you because we feel like everyone should be spotlighted. The cheerleaders got a spotlight during the halftime performance from Independence as well. A lot more goes into high school football games and the entertainment, the great family atmosphere than just the football on the field. But right now, the action on the field has Narduzzi. Dominic Narduzzi, that is the quarterback for Independence, on a run. Started left, went right, had turf in front of him. 20 yards on the play, out near midfield, just shy at his own 49-yard line. That's a big play that'll jumpstart that sideline and jumpstart these fans.
Let's see if they can finally capitalize off this one, man. Last time they had a big run like that, they didn't capitalize on any points. Let's see if they can move the ball down the field this time.
Quickly back up to the line, 11:23 to go. Independence trailing 24-0. Ball skipped in there. Looked like Narduzzi was trying to hit Tarnowski again. They've had that kind of up and down connection all day. They've seen those seam routes up the middle, near midfield, connected on one, missed on a couple others. It's just that rhythm that just isn't there. But you see the talent, you see the arm strength from our Narduzzi here, and why so many people here in Independence are excited about the quarterback they have.
To Narduzzi's defense, though, he got white jerseys in his face every time he drops back the pass, even his shotgun. So,
Luke Pascarella, the ball carrier, on 2nd and 10, and that defensive front getting through. It's like Andy Jacobzak just scored the touchdown on the tackle. Loss of 1 back to the 48. Now a 3rd and long. So after a big play in those 3rd and long situations, again, it seems like every single time there's that big play going forward, you take those 2 steps forward. Even 1 step back can hurt you in a game like this.
Between the penalties or just not capitalize off the big plays they're making, man, that's what's really killing the Blue Devils right now. And the pressure is getting to Narduzzi every time.
Narduzzi almost picked off by Seth Trucia. His wide receiver, Tarnowski again, the intended target, kind of playing the defensive back there. Trucia was in perfect position. Tarnowski making a play for his quarterback.
Yeah, you got to help his quarterback right there and come back to the ball on that one. He knows this pressure's coming to him. He's not going to be able to have the ball in his hands for long to complete the route. You got to come back to the ball, man.
So punting unit out for Independence. 4th down and 11, 10:42 to go. That's just over a minute into this quarter. And now Cuyahoga Heights will take a timeout. They saw the fake punt earlier. May have seen something similar in that formation. Just want to be sure. 2 timeouts left, but right now, Coach Al Martin just cares about the score that's up on that board and wanting to maintain the shutout. So while we do have a moment, timeout Heights, 2 left in the second half, 10:42 to go. The 3rd quarter, Heights on top of Independence 24-0. This is your CVC TV Game of the Week. ChagrinValleyConference.com and the Chagrin Valley Conference YouTube channel. Kevin Arnold inside the press box booth alongside Ron Crowley, making his debut here on CVC TV. And no matter who is on the broadcast, you can always bet that the title sponsor, presenting sponsor, however you want to say it, our friends over at the Ohio Center for Oral Facial Implant Surgery have an imprint here on CVC TV. We thank them and their doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, Jill Weber, and Jacqueline Tomsick. They specialize in dental surgery, implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, along with trauma reconstruction. For all those oral surgery needs, visit their website at www.08surgery.com. That is www.08surgery.com. Thank you to your supporters, the Green Valley Conference and CVC TV. And punt formation, Independence coming out of the timeout. A side winding punt hits at about the 30. Taken by Katuzis at his 28-yard line. Gets it, or 23-yard line, excuse me. Across the 25 out to the 27. Got a 4-yard return on that 28-yard punt. So Cuyahoga Heights bringing their offense back out, and we know we expect to see a heavy dose of the run here by Heights.
Man, that Blue Devils defense has got to be tired of being on that field consistently, man. 6 minutes here, 7 minutes there, man. They got to get a stop and put the offense back on the field. Hopefully they get some momentum going here, because this way it's looking out, man. The Red Wolves might march down the field with the run game and tire them out again.
So Red Wolves bring their offense out, and hear the chants of "Let's go Red Wolves" from across the field. Dzik under center. He'll hand off to his running back. Let's see which. It's like Jake Ruzak again in the backfield. It's been a heavy dose of Jake Ruzak this half. In the first half, we saw Zach Zoldaz and Jake Ruzak kind of sharing those carries. And, you know, did an update with one of the local radio stations here at halftime, ESPN Cleveland, and they were talking about how last week, and apologies for failing to mention it, but Jake Ruzak over 200 yards of offense last week. You kind of see more of that balanced attack in that backfield, but you can see why Jake Ruzak is the featured back.
Definitely can see why, man. 4 yards of pop, I'll run them all day, man. It's a great asset to this Red Wolves offset.
You see it in motion, but Jacob Stewart caught a touchdown pass earlier on the jet sweep, going nowhere. Good penetration by that Independence defense, and they needed to, when they needed to make a play, they do. So it'll bring up a third down, loss of a couple on the play. So again, very few times we've seen Cuyahoga Heights in third and long, but in these situations, they've also been able to convert. Independence has got to find a way to get this stop right here.
That was great defense by the Blue Devils. They've been watching that motion all game. They didn't bite for it, and when they finally got it, they was right there to make a stop. Let's see if they can get this team off the field.
Independence's crowd comes alive. And I see a speaker even down in the student section trying to get some noise going in the stadium. Dzik in the shotgun all by himself, and he's got his man open. Connors across midfield. He may go over the 30, inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Francis Connors. 74-yard touchdown, pitch and catch on 3rd and 8. 30-0. Cuyahoga Heights. We just said it, Ron.
Yeah.
Needed to get the stop. Heights has been able to find that big play. They found a big play, and they found pay dirt.
Yeah, it seems like the Blue Devils, every time they take the 2 steps forward, like you said, Kevin, they get one huge step back, man. It's a gut punch, man. That was great defense by the first 2 plays. And right there, wide open across the middle, man. Regular pitch and catch for them. Red Wolves are in a groove right now.
Noel Wilson on for the extra point.
They may offer this kid a kicking scholarship by the way he's been doing it today.
And the extra point is good. It looked like Dzik had a hard time collecting that snap, but somehow Wilson, you got to give him credit. He kind of chopped his steps a little bit, changed it up, kind of toe poked that one up over the crossbar of the uprights, making the score 31-0. And now in high school, in Ohio High School Athletic Association rules, 8:48 to go, but we are in the second half, and the score differential is 30 points or more. So if Independence does not score, it will be under the clock running protocol that was put in place several years back. in these kind of situations.
That's good for parents that don't want to be at the game any longer, but horrible for the opposing team that's losing, man. Nothing worse feels than the running clock, man.
I always want to be at these high school games, man. You want to get as much of that action as possible.
Absolutely.
The memories you have going as a kid, and then whether you played or you were in the band or somehow connected to it when you were at the school.
Yeah.
No matter what happens out there on the field, the memories here, you don't want those to slip away too fast. And we are here on senior night, and you know the bittersweet elements of your senior year. You feel like it's one of your best years, but it's one of the fastest years, and you may miss those moments.
Absolutely.
My advice to all the seniors out there, whether you're in high school or college, soak in the moments. Try to soak them in as best as you can. Take it one day at a time. It sounds cliche, but hey, cliches are there for a reason.
Take advantage, man. Take advantage.
Take advantage. Noah Wilson with the ball, teed up. This time at the usual 40-yard line on their own side of the field. Collects about the 20, across the 30, over the 35, still going, dragging defenders.
Great effort.
As he drags them over the sideline near the 40-yard line. Good kickoff return. We've seen some good kickoff returns. We've seen those big plays. It's the next play.
Yeah,
After a big play, it's been the next play that has hurt Independence all night.
They haven't been able to capitalize off any good momentum that they had all game, man. Like you said, it's the next play that's been killing them.
So Independence looking to get on the scoreboard. Just to go back to some cliches, at this point, Coach Adams is telling his team it's got to be one play at a time. It can't be one series. It can't be one score at a time. It has to be one play at a time to find some sort of rhythm, whether to get back in this game or to build as you go to the season, because you still got 6 more games after this one. But you got plenty of time to play in this one. Narduzzi keeps it himself. Gain a yard or 2 across the 40 out to the 41. 8:09, 8:08. Clock and running clock rules. Independence trailing 31-0, second down and 9 in the third quarter.
Yeah, at this point, Independence playing for their pride against their rivals. Don't want to go out in a shutout like this. Give them something to remember you by, at least if it is a touchdown.
Narduzzi in the shotgun all alone. One man. Corrigan now, actually. Roy Corrigan in at quarterback. Flips the ball. Nice completion out here. Far sideline, or near sideline, excuse me. Cornick on the reception. And Corrigan, senior captain for this team. We've called his name a lot since his sophomore year, since we started doing CVC TV. And we're out here in Independence. Back there in 2020 during the COVID years, Corrigan has been a major staple. And now the captain trying to lead his team back. 3 receivers far side, 2 near side. Corrigan up in the air, tipped, and tipped again by Noah Wilson. The ball's to the turf. Originally broken up by Francis Connors, who had that long 70-plus yard touchdown catch and run.
One thing about the Red Wolves, they got great two-sided players over here, man. The guy Stewart, great receiver, looking like a great safety. He's flying all over the place, man. He's everywhere.
.633. Yes, it was an incompletion, but those just joining us, Cuyahoga Heights on the road, controlling their Independence, the Blue Devils. Corrigan seeing a bunch of Red Wolf defenders in his way. He'll take the sack, loss of 2, loss of downs, and just like that, after a nice opening return, we just said it.
Yeah.
After a nice kickoff return to get him set up, Corrigan comes out, good completion. Next play.
Next play.
It's that next play, and I think that'd probably be the message from Coach Adams in film study. We have the ability, we have the talent on this roster. It's that next play. Once you get the big play, you can't always follow it up with the big play. Sometimes you need something small to just keep the train rolling, and they have not been able to find that here tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach definitely coaching that. Every coach pretty much coaches that. It's always next play. Good or bad, it's always next play. Got to step up and make the best of it, man. But this defense right now, I know they're sick and tired of seeing these Red Wolves white jerseys on offense run the ball at them.
Dizik, motion a man across the formation left to right. Hand off to Jakuzak, and he's got some space. Defenders just falling off him, and those have got to be some exhausted legs.
Man.
Exhausted Blue Devils on defense. Jakuzak now turning out 10 yards, first down run. What used to be a 3 to 4 yard type run.
Yeah,
The yards are starting to stack up.
yeah, that defense is definitely getting. I see a lot of hands on hips, hands on knees, man. I don't blame them. I'm getting tired just watching them out there, man. I feel for them.
Look. Dizik again. Motions DeSanza across. Jakuzak cross inside the 25. Gain of a 2 or 3. Bring up a second down and 7. But now it's just, as we said, run, run, run. Let that clock tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
4:50 to go, third quarter. Red Wolves from Cuyahoga Heights taking it to the Independence Blue Devils, 31-0 on your CVC TV game of the week.
Yeah, you think they heard everybody saying that they lost last year? I think they heard the message loud and clear, man. They came in here with the job well done.
Guess he switched the play to the other side. Jakuzak inside the 15, bullying his way up the middle.
Yeah, his average is going up. It was 3 to 4 yards a carry. It's easily looking like 6 to 7 now.
And another first down to the 14 of Independence. Jakuzak just having his way. Jakuzak is a senior, 5'9", 165, listed as a fullback and inside linebacker, so you know he's playing both ways. We've seen him make some plays on defense, but number 17.
Don't let the weight and size fool you guys. These guys run out here like he's 6'2", 235. Way hard in the kid.
You got to give credit to that offensive line, too. They've been churning out the yards, churning out those gaps. Jakuzak has hit them. It takes a lot from your offensive line. You always know it's a good game from your offensive line when they don't come out. You don't remember, you haven't heard their name called for a penalty or anything like that. But you know what happened? You got your running back off for 100, 200 yards. You bullied your way in the trenches. You've controlled the line of scrimmage. And that is exactly what Cuyahoga Heights has done with their offensive line. So credit to those boys as well up front. Don't get necessarily the limelight, but they're doing the dirty work in the trenches.
Absolutely. He owe all those guys dinner for sure. You win the trenches, man, you win the game.
Timeout called. Independence calls their first timeout of the half, so this will be one of those points where the clock does stop. 3:13 to go. Ron, just as we kind of wind down here in the third quarter, far from over still.
Yeah.
50-50 raffle is about to be selected while we're up here in the press box. But thoughts on this one to this point? A rivalry that was hotly contested in that first quarter, but we're starting to see with our own eyes the score lines we saw prepping for this game with Cuyahoga Heights.
Yeah, I think the Red Wolves, coming into this game, their offense is pretty well oiled and going, man. They've been scoring 30-plus points a game, and I feel like they had a mission to come in here and prove a statement to these guys. You know, the Blue Devils was hanging on for that win from last year, even though they had a couple slow starts this year. I really thought the Blue Devils came out and started off strong. Run game looked pretty good. Pass game could have been better, but, hey, they just couldn't capitalize off the next play. And the Red Wolves, once they got in the groove of the second quarter, it just hasn't looked back since, man.
Second down and 5 for Cuyahoga Heights. They'll re-huddle coming out of Independence's timeout. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Inside the red zone. Trying to either score a touchdown or at least get that goal-to-go situation in that power formation. Same play. Jakuzak. Same result. Those 6-7 yards a carry as Jakuzak slow to get up off the turf.
Oh, you hate to see that.
He kind of turned over. It looked like he may have been writhing in some pain.
Yeah.
His teammates quickly over to him, trying to help him out with the workload that he has put in here this evening. 3:08 to go. Training staff's back out to attend to him. So we will wish our best to Jay Guzak, who's put on a heck of a performance after over 200 yards last week. Has to at least be nearing 100, if not over 100, kind of pushing to that same mark. You know, it's one thing to get 200 yards of offense in one game. To have that ability to control 2 weeks back-to-back shows you the type of work that these boys put in the summer.
Yeah, you wonder if Coach is going to give him a breather after this. You want to need this guy for the rest of the season. He's been doing great. You guys are up 30 points, man. He had a heck of a game. I don't know if he's trying to chase the goal to get 200 yards a game because it kind of looked like he was going to get it, man. But, yeah, I would just put him on ice for the rest of this game unless you really need him.
Jay Guzak under his own power. Good to see. Limps off to the sideline. So Coach Al Martin will bring a substitute in, but he still has Zach Soldaz, who we haven't seen much of here in the second half. We saw a lot of him in that first half, kind of helping to wear down that defensive front for Independence to help Jay Guzak have this powerful third quarter.
Red Wolves' offensive line looked excellent all game. Excellent all game.
First and goal at the 3-yard line for Heights. Zoldaz now in the backfield. Eddie Barrett, the wide receiver, in motion. Under center, Dizik gives it off to Derek DeSanza.
Yeah.
And he gets in for the touchdown. So Jake Guzak sets him up. And from 3 yards out, right out of the timeout, Derek DeSanza, the junior, comes in, doesn't miss a beat, scores another touchdown for the Red Wolves. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. 37-0 over Independence. Heights, as they've shown all night, putting that offensive line on the left side of the field. Just the center and the quarterback, seeing if they see a look to go for their 2-point conversion. But at this point, they'll just stick to the one. Noah Wilson has been perfect so far. Late addition, only had 10 men on the field, did Heights.
Oh, it almost
Independence able to get off the edge. Thought I heard a hand get to it, but it didn't matter. Noah Wilson has had a strong leg all night long, pushes it through the uprights. 38 for the Red Wolves, 0 for the Blue Devils. And the energy that we felt at the start of the game feels like the air has been let out of the balloon a little bit.
Definitely depleted. Definitely depleted, I would say. I can't blame them, though, man. They came in with the shirts. They came in riding high. They had faith from last year. This one has to hurt for the Blue Devils. The game's not over yet. We've seen miracles all before, but it looks like even on the bench, on the side of the Blue Devils bench side, they look depleted. Players doesn't look like they had the momentum they did coming into the game.
Thank you so much. Excuse me. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in tonight to the CVC TV Game of the Week. Kevin R. alongside Ron Crowley on ChagrinValleyConference.com, Chagrin Valley Conference YouTube channel. We are presented by the Ohio Center for Oral Facial Implant Surgery. And tale of two different games we have seen. We've seen this matchup on CVC TV before. This time, Cuyahoga Heights definitely in control, 38-0 late in the third quarter. About 2 minutes to go. Noah Wilson about to kick off to the Blue Devils.
I believe Noah Wilson's like 5 for 5 for kicking today.
Noah Wilson, as we look down the stat sheet, 5 for 5 on PATs, 1 of 1. A field goal attempt, hitting that 33-yarder just before the end of the first half. Now, Independence will collect just over their 10-yard line and then gets knocked out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain. Now, flags fly again. And in a game like this, those are the moments that coaches really don't want to see. You want your players to get out healthy. You want them to get out of the game taking some lessons from it. But the mental mistakes, we've seen it from time to time. Yes, the rivalry's going to boil over, Ron, and you see it at any level. You see it here in high school. You see it like in the game in college football with OSU and that team up north. You see it with here in this area, Browns and Steelers. But
Absolutely.
the mental side of the game, can't stress enough how important it is. And I know these two great coaches out here got to be stressing.
Absolutely losing their mind right now. It doesn't help that you're down 30 points in this game also. So I'm pretty sure the Red Wolves are out there talking trash like they both were during the beginning of the first quarter. But it's not that fun to receive it now that you're down 30 points, man. So they're probably on the edge, just ready for this one to be over, man.
Always catch the second guy. Always catch the second guy. So you know that the Red Wolves are kind of they're definitely feeling themselves right now, and scoreboard says that they are. The Independents can't take that bait. They got things to work on. Want to try to put a drive together to kind of build that offensive possession. How crucial is that, Ron, in a game like this to still utilize this time out there on the field, even if some young guys get out there and you haven't had a rhythm all night, even getting that one drive of rhythm? How crucial can that be for a team in not just in one game, but in the rest of the season?
I think it's crucial for the coaches to know what guys to do under adversity. Even if you're losing 30 points, you need to see the players who's out there willing to still put it all, try different sets, different schemes, different players that have different positions that might want to play. And for the players, I think this is huge. This is a character builder right here. Just because you're down 38 points, man, you can't give up the game. You can't give up your attitude. It defines who you are as a person. So you still got to get your drive, still got to look at new schemes, try things that wasn't working in the game to see how you can perfect it during the game and fix yourself.
Minutes to go here in the second quarter, in the third quarter. Rory Corrigan on the QB keepers. He took over for Dominic Narduzzi at quarterback. Before that play, saw a new running back in the backfield for Independence as well. Xavier Wilson was able to get a few yards. And 45 seconds now. And the down marker across the field shows fourth down. Scoreboard third down. I believe it is fourth down. It looks like punting unit will come in for Independence as they are deep in their own territory. Max Tarnowski late coming on. He's staying in front of the punter. It was Jack Kornick. And that
they
punt
got a
is
block.
blocked in the end zone. It is free, and Connors trying to dive on it. Looks like Independence able to recover, but that will turn into a safety. Puts two more on the board for Cuyahoga Heights. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. 40-0, and Heights will get the ball back.
It's the second time they got in the backfield to almost block the punt. At that time, they succeeded. That's why I talk about they need to capitalize. Because you're down 40 points, you need to work on your special teams, work on your blocking, work on things that are going to matter for next week. That's a great defensive block right there by the Red Wolves.
We've seen Kornick on these punts. As he kind of gets it, he brings it over to his right-hand side, kind of taking the extra second to get that right foot up underneath it. Gives time for the defenders to get through. And Francis Connors blowing through there, almost had a chance to recover in the end zone as well. In every phase of the game, takes all three phases.
Yeah, man.
Hear many broadcasters, many football coaches say all the time, it takes all three phases. What we have seen here tonight from Cuyahoga Heights, and we're still only 3 quarters into it, has been a master class in all three-phase domination of a football game.
I'm pretty sure a coach for the Blue Devils is going to tear them up in practice all week about responding to adversity. Because after that first quarter, the second quarter response was just depleted. I don't think the guys got a few things to work on, but right now the mental, like you said, Kevin, is one of the things they definitely have to go into practice with this week.
And we mentioned it in the pregame and before the game kicked off here tonight. Independence has been through some interesting weeks. I mean, adversity has definitely been there in front of the Blue Devils.
Absolutely.
And the last 2 weeks having 2 opponents, I believe, East Tech and Collinwood, cancel the games, and Independence able to find an opponent Thursday, the day before the game, So no scouting, no ability to prep. You just go out there and you end up 1-1 in those weeks. You get a full week to prepare for your rival. You choose this on the return from the kickoff after the safety in the end zone. And that's how the third quarter will end. Cuyahoga Heights leading 40-0, but just to finish that point before we switch it over to the fourth quarter. Independence, again, a full week to prep. Cuyahoga Heights just, sometimes you just get beat by the better team, and right now Heights has been the better team through 36 minutes of football.
Absolutely, absolutely. On both sides of the ball at that, the defensive front has been getting after it all day in the backfield. If they run game in the offensive line, like I said, the quarterbacks need to be taking those guys out. Steak is probably too expensive, but Subway is definitely on the menu for those kids, man.
Independence, Ohio, for your CVC TV game of the week. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Ron Crowley. We got one more quarter to play. Your CVC TV game of the week is always presented by the Ohio Center for Facial Implant Surgery. I want to thank them one more time before the fourth quarter clock starts to tick away quickly. It is a 30-plus point margin for Cuyahoga Heights. So just joining us, we are under the Ohio High School Athletic Association running clock rules in this. Only time the clock stops is after a score and for injury and timeout. Other than that, incompletions, any out of bounds, all of that will not stop the clock. Make sure you visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website for all your oral and cosmetic surgery needs at www.ohsurgery.com. First and 10 for the Red Wolves, taking over after getting the safety on the block punt. Disick still in the ball game. It's Derek DeSanza stays in at running back. It's good to see Andy Jacobs, who has 2 touchdowns, one from 3 yards and one from 2 yards out tonight. Did go down with an injury earlier. It was good to see him walk off in his own power, but you kind of mentioned it, Ron. Coach Martin probably wants to get some of his guys a little break because you're just starting conference play, and it's only going to get tougher with teams like Lutheran West still in your way.
Exactly. It's only for a weekend, man. So I wouldn't risk it putting back out there. Your offensive line is doing all the heavy lifting anyway, so no matter who they're putting out there running back, they're having some success with it.
Second down and 8 at the Independence 43-yard line. 10:45 to go, fourth quarter. Red Wolves in control of this one. Flag flies. Delay a game. You see it sometimes at these stadiums where they have those play clocks, but most often in high school football, you don't see that. So it is on the quarterback to be looking at that back judge, and they kind of start sticking that arm up when you get about 5 seconds left. Got to get your team huddled up. You played such a, no one's ever going to play perfect, but as close to perfect as you can tonight. You don't want those kind of things to then show up. But on the plus side, for the coaching staff, that gives you coaching tidbits throughout the game.
These are the little things the Red Wolves could work on right now. They have some upside to learn too, even though they win at 40+.
DeSanza wouldn't go down, but he just kept being pushed backwards. One of those best defensive plays. We saw that a lot in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
Both defensive lines were finding a way through those offensive lines. They were finding a way to make plays in the backfield.
I just feel like the Blue Devils defense is on the field so much, man. There's so much you can do when you're on the field so often. That fatigue kicks in, and then the Red Wolves kept at it, and it finally broke for them. Second quarter, they haven't looked back since. I think the Blue Devils are just tired of being on the defensive side so much.
And to touch on that more, Ron, some people might say, well, both teams have been on the field a lot because guys are smaller rosters,
True.
Division 6 teams, so guys are playing both ways, so they've been on the field a lot for both sides. But it's DeSanza on the carry pushing his way back out to midfield. It was a 3rd and 17. Only a couple of yards, so 8:49 to go. Good stand here by the Blue Devils defense. Next play, absolutely. Those are going to be the two words, and I think probably in our wrap-up are going to be,
Absolutely.
if it not from the coaching staff, I'm sure in some sort of sense, those two words are going to play a role in the coaching that Independence does for their squad. And even on Cuyahoga Heights, you don't want to see those mental mistakes, those penalties here.
Right.
So next play, or finish the play, finish the game, is going to be the message on that side. It looks like we will get one of the few punts we have seen. Dzik also handling the punting responsibility, setting his own 43-yard line. High snap. Just runs out of bounds. So Independence will get things turned over in plus territory. A chance to put one of those drives together, one of those feel-good drives together. Seen those moments.
And that's something you like to see. They haven't had too many turnovers on downs or any punts from the Red Wolves, so that's something that gives the offense a little bit of momentum, or defense a little bit of pep in their step as they see the field finally switch over to besides a touchdown or a kickoff.
To go back to that fatigue,
Yeah.
what you see, the energy on one side to finish the game versus the other. When you're on the field and you're in that back pedal, you're being pushed back. The offensive line of the opposing team's got you, you're being pushed back. It just feels like it wears on the body. I'm not saying scientifically it does, it feels like it wears on you to be continued to be pushed around and pushed backwards. And the more and more, and then they get chunks of yardage on you, that fatigue just seems to set in a little bit different for one team over the other.
Absolutely, especially when you're winning. When you're scoring touchdowns, it seems like fatigue is the last thing you're thinking about.
Roy Corrigan on the carry. You have a Red Wolf. Cuyahoga Heights slow to get up. Able to get up on his own. Zach Zoldaz, again, one of those guys that's been playing both ways.
Red Wolves have a ton of players that can play both sides. Man, I'm really impressed with the versatility and the athleticism of their team.
West Heights in those crisp, clean, white uniforms with those red numbers, gray trim, gray helmets, gray pants, almost looking like Ohio State. Out there.
Definitely on offense, especially they're looking like a monster.
Oregon's trying to set up a screen, knocked down. Nick Novak, the junior nose guard on defense. Backpedal, get his hand up, get that paw up, and knock it down. Great play on that defensive line. Still playing as this clock continues to tick. The game's not over. Guys got to play.
Yeah, big guy went from a nose tackle to a safety quick. That's athleticism again, man. These guys are really out here impressing.
3rd down and 9 for Independence. Independence in those gray uniforms, blue numbers, gold trim, blue helmets, gold trim, blue pants. I always like a nice gray uniform. I always wanted the Browns to have that, like an alternative uniform. Sometimes, stick with the classics.
Yeah, absolutely.
They tried to change theirs up a few years back. Nobody really liked them. Even across the chest, they didn't really look good. They went back to the classic clean look.
Yeah.
I was just looking for a little alternative.
A few alternatives. I was just gonna say that. A few alternatives, man. Throw the leprechaun in there a couple times. Give us some scarlet and orange, maybe. That'll be pretty dope.
Mix the old school with the new school.
Yeah,
old school
absolutely.
will always have a place. Just a little new school flair. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
4th down here for Independence. Corrigan trying to make a play for his team.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
bulldozes his way over the 45. It was a 4th down play. Won't get enough, but a highlight play. Corrigan, that's a piece they've been missing in their run game. He's been dealing with some injuries here and there. Been kind of focusing more on the defensive side of the ball, but that's that power back that Independence could use to then open up the passing game. Because we know Dominic Narduzzi, we've seen it, a sophomore quarterback just getting used to position.
Yeah.
He's got the on time.
Yeah, he does.
Definitely
He
does.
definitely can sling it. He definitely can. With it, like you said, he's only a sophomore. The Red Wolves quarterback is only a sophomore also, but he has the run game to help him open things up. Blue Devils they've been lacking that kind of game. They got 2 big runs, 2 big explosive runs. But other than that, the O-line has really been getting pushed back by the Red Wolves defensive front.
5:10 to go. Heights on top, 40-0 over Independence. We're going to go 1-0 in CVC Metro play. And They're looking as they try to get numbers here up in the press box. 4:50 to go. Heights takes over.
And a need for a measure, that look like.
And then a timeout or a flag will actually be thrown on the backside. Delay of game again. 5-yard penalty, bring up a 1st and 15 for Heights. Clock continues to tick.
That's a sophomore quarterback again, man. You got to get his team set. Even if you got to get the coach together, man, you run the offense. You got to get everybody set.
It's in a closer game. If you gotta ride the clock when it doesn't matter if you're up 40-0 or you're up 1, you're up 40. It doesn't matter. You got to be able to finish out the game. And in closer game, giving teams that open window, not how you want to finish. You want to clean those kind of mistakes up.
Absolutely. Both of the delay games came in the 4th quarter also. Don't get too comfortable.
DeSanzo about a 6-yard run. Gets that penalty yardage back. Bring up a 2nd down and 9, 3:52 to go. Heights on top, 40-0. I do want to mention, we were talking with the Heights assistant coaches up here in the booth before we came back from the halftime break. And you know, they were saying it's a sophomore quarterback kind of filling in. He's got the arm talent, kind of making those one reads.
Right.
But it's open because of that run game you mentioned, Ron. Having that run game behind you, sophomore quarterback can just, it's open space, the quick one read. Once he starts making 2 and 3 reads,
look out
for both quarterbacks, it's going to be a heck of a matchup.
Oh,
fumble. Good rip.
Great defense.
Hard to see maybe who that was to rip it out, but Independence with the recovery. Blue Devils with the 1st down, and that's those little spotlights that you can go back to film. As much as Coach Rick Adams and the Blue Devil coaching staff is going to break down this film, and it's not going to feel good for a lot of these plays.
Yeah.
Those are those little moments that can be much bigger and eye-opening that, hey, we get this in the 1st quarter, not the 4th quarter.
Right.
We have the ability to do so. Now, maybe that brings some energy to our offense. Now that stems to our special teams. Domino effect. Little things go such a long way in the world of sports.
And that right there, they had a lot of secondary, 3rd string guys that was on that defensive play. That should tell something to the starters. Let's see if Blue Devils can capitalize off that fumble. New quarterback in for the Blue Devils.
Now in at quarterback for Independence, Stephen Milinarczyk.
Second string and 3rd string made a great defensive play. They're trying to see if the offense could do the same for them. Both teams look like they're digging in the bench and getting into their depth right now, giving kids extra playing time.
Digging into the rosters as well, making sure we spotlight these kids that are getting a chance to play.
Absolutely.
There's Joe Mercera on the carry as well. Milinarczyk in the shotgun. 2 receivers either side. Flip his running back from the left to the right. Clock stopped, actually a flag and false start, so it's a motion while Milinarczyk, so that communication between quarterback and offensive line. As young guys come in, still kind of working on that kind of chemistry as well. 2nd down and 15. Minute 28 to go. Clock will continue to move. Keep it right here on CVC TV. Ron, Crowley, and myself, we will wrap things up, do a very brief post-game show, and get you guys out of here. We appreciate everyone that's tuned in on SugarandValleyConference.com, CVC YouTube channel. If you're tuning in on the replay, maybe using this as your film study. We've helped point out some things for you here tonight. You're welcome, but you guys know way more than we will ever. You will forget more about the game of football than we will ever be able to know. But we try to present and put a best spotlight we can on all these communities in the CVC and the student athletes. You never like to see a scoreline like this. It's always difficult to make sure that both sides get the best spotlight. Milinarczyk looking for his running back to come to his right. Running back goes left, miscommunication, so another loss on the play and maybe the last play here. But again, we appreciate everyone that's tuned in, no matter where it's been. And thank you to the guys up in the booth helping the spot for us, along with the PA announcer and everyone with our CVC TV crew. Clock ticks under 10 seconds. Independence just looking over at their coaches. Heights ready to celebrate their 4th victory to start the season, and they get their revenge over Independence. Come on the road and dominate the Blue Devils. The Red Wolves get the win 40-0 here in Independence, Ohio. Bring things up to the booth here just for a couple moments as you, again, it's another small thing. Cuyahoga Heights, their student section.
Flooded the field, man. They could not wait for this moment. They could not wait. The trash talk has finally come to an end. Red Wolves get their revenge, and I know it's a bittersweet moment for the Blue Devils, but
now you'd say that maybe that's not always some people are for it, some people are against it. I do know that Independence last year on the road kind of did something similar, so it was the revenge from all different angles. The student section of Independence is down on the track. You just want to make sure it stays within that friendly rivalry element. You don't want to see anything get out of hand as Independence, the Blue Devils, have come over to their student section and well received as well. Scoreline doesn't show it, but the work rate put in by both squads here tonight.
Absolutely. The defense played both sides of the ball very well tonight. Blue Devils, the score might not show it like Kevin said, but it was a great game from both sides of the ball.
40-0, Cuyahoga Heights wins. Kevin Arnold alongside Ron Crowley. And Ron, your first experience here with CVC TV, calling a game, the game out there on the field, just wrap up your thoughts on this one here tonight.
Oh man, beautiful game. First half definitely was a doozy. I feel like the Blue Devils couldn't respond well enough on defense. They was tired out on defense. Run game beat them down, but glad you guys made me feel comfortable with my first call in the game. And my first game was a rival with the Blue Devils and Red Wolves, and it definitely was a treat, man. Definitely was a treat. Can't wait to come back again.
We really appreciate the support up here in the booth as well.
Absolutely, everybody was friendly.
PA announcers and Independence coaching staff, Cuyahoga Heights coaching staff, they kind of come by with the humbling praise for the broadcast that they can hear up here tonight. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. Ron Crowley is the name to watch out for, definitely out there in the industry, and definitely well-deserved honors there. So great job tonight,
appreciate it,
Ron.
Man. Thank you.
Appreciate it being next to you, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Absolutely.
But like you said, it's, Heights just had that mentality. Kind of made the comment and joke earlier in the night that meme that you saw going around with Jordan from The Last Dance, that documentary.
I took that personally.
But in all seriousness, you just saw this laser focus. Both teams looked focused in warm-ups.
Yeah.
But you saw this laser focus after that turn to the second quarter when Heights was on their drive, and they end up getting on a 4th down play, a 26-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Devin Dezek to Jacob Stewart. And from that point on,
they just didn't look back. It was a gut punch.
Never looked back.
A gut punch there. 50-yard touchdown pass on the 4th down play, man. I don't care what profession you're in. That's heartbreaking right there. Especially when you got it to 4th down. You made 3 good plays before that. You need this momentum. You need this stop. And they just bring out the bag with that big touchdown. The run game been opening it up for them all game, and that just hit them right over the top when they least expected it, man.
The theme of tonight is next play.
Absolutely.
Next play. It's for on Independence's side. It's you make a good play. You gotta follow it up with an average play. The play that may not get the highlights. You don't need the highlight play to follow up a highlight play. That was the difference there for Cuyahoga Heights. It was, hey, you took a bad play. Go make a good one. Next play, they have that mentality. Next play, let's go make one, and they did countless times tonight. And that is why they come out with the 40-0 win over Independence. But that is going to wrap it up for Amara and James on cameras. Our production directors, Peter Tellep and Jim Wagner, down in the booth downstairs. For Ron Crowley, thank you so much for being with me here
Thank
tonight
you.
and
Thank you.
being on CVC TV. I am Kevin Arnold. One final time from Stan Scozen Stadium, high atop Alumni Field. It is Cuyahoga Heights who comes on the road, opens CVC Metro Division play with a resounding win, 40-0 over Independence. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you have a great weekend. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next week right here on CVC TV, ChagrinValleyConference.com, Chagrin Valley Conference YouTube channel, all presented by our friends at the Ohio Center for Oral Facial and Implant Surgery. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Good night,
Take
everybody.
care.